It really is that time, isn't it? It's Christmas! Or just about, at least. And I kept this train going for a while, but it's approaching its final stop. And that said final stop is not really a game, or even really a movie, but rather Christmas specials, based off of not one, not two, not four, but 3 video games. Let's go all the way back to the 80s and 90s, when video games first started to really get going. During that time, many companies wanted to adapt many popular video games into a cartoon show. And of course, when you have an episodic cartoon, there needs to be a Christmas episode in there. And I got 3 for you. You're welcome. So we start with Mario, of course, and when it comes to Mario cartoons, none other come to mind than the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show was a show. I called it a cartoon, and it mostly is, but a good portion of the show is also live action, with Mario played by the late great former WWF wrestler Dr. Lou Albano, and Luigi played by the late great Danny Wells. The show only ran for 1 season, lasting 4 months, from September 1989 to December 1989, so it must not have been very popular when it aired, but it found a new life when it was released on DVD. Now you might be wondering, DPX, what does this have to do with Christmas? Well, one of the episodes is Koopa Claus and Little Mario's. The Little Mario's is not really Christmas related, that's just the live action stuff, because that stuff is actually different. It's like kind of a separate thing going on from the animated stuff. But if you wanted to see me talk about the live action stuff, fear not, as there is a Christmas special for the live action stuff called Santa Claus is Coming to Flatbush. So we combine the 2 episodes and merge them together, you get the ultimate Mario Christmas special. And we're gonna watch it.
Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
So I'll admit it, the opening of the show, of course, goes pretty hard. So now we start with the live action part of the episode, Santa Claus is Coming to Flatbush.
Oh boy, I better hurry up and finish these boots for Mario before he gets home and notices I'm barefoot.
Oh, Luigi. Oh, Luigi. So what's happening now is Luigi is preparing Mario's gift, and the gift in question is none other than Luigi's boots. Mario then gets home and conveniently mentions how bad his boots are getting. So Mario takes out the dinner that he got for himself and Luigi. To paraphrase what Luigi once said, "Hey Mario, I hope you made lots of spaghetti."
It's 2 garbanzo beans.
Oh Mario, what a great brother. So Luigi heats up the garbanzo beans while Mario wraps Luigi's present.
My special wrench. Can I look yet?
Wow, once again, Mario's such a great brother, giving his brother a wrench. His brother, who also happens to be a plumber, and probably has an endless amount of wrenches. Did you call this nitpicking?
It's Christmas, I'll get it.
Now, does that really have anything to do with the doorbell?
Do you mind if I use your
Oh my god, it had everything to do with it! That's right, Santa swings by Mario and Luigi's place claiming somebody stole his transportation, so Mario and Luigi let him stay at their place, not realizing that it's Santa. Then we get the intro to the animated part of the episode, and here we start at Star Koopa. Let me fix that real quick. Koopa Claus. So this episode starts with Bowser, or in this show he goes by his Japanese name, King Koopa. And he doesn't really like Christmas, and he wants to take it away from everyone. We then cut to Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad jumping out of the snowy ground conveniently at the North Pole, and Mario is wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a Hawaiian hat. They end up getting there because...
I guess I made a wrong turn at the last iceberg.
Okay... But as it turns out, Toad kind of meant to do that, because Christmas is his favorite time of the year, for no other reason than...
Presents, presents, presents.
I mean, it's his opinion. By the way, Toad really likes presents, as you'll see for the rest of this episode, including...
I can't wait to see Santa. I just know he's got a fabulous present for me.
Actually, Toad, I've got something I wanted to give to you.
Did someone say something about
right then. So Peach gives Toad a present, and that present is a snowboard, which is definitely way bigger than the box it came in, and now Toad yells about how much he loves
Christmas! Look! Up in the sky!
It's a bird. It's a plane.
It's crazy that Peach said that without even looking at it. But it's not Santa who they see, it's Koopa Claus, and they call him Koopa Claus for the whole episode for some reason. But he drops a couple of bombs on the gang. The two brothers and Peach run out of the way, but Toad is an imbecilic dumbass who snowboards right into the explosion.
That Koopa ruined my board. Don't you care if we're alright, Toad? Well, yeah, but...
No, he doesn't.
He's heading towards Santa's workshop.
What? We've got to save Santa!
We've got to save the workshop and the toys. And Santa, of course.
Okay guys, I get it. Toad really likes Christmas presents. But you guys gave him the stink eye before he even finished his sentence, before he even said the word presents. Where am I going with this? I don't know, let's keep watching. So the gang go on over to Santa's workshop and find it all frozen along with his reindeer while King Koopa flies off with Santa all tied up.
Don't do it, Koopa Claus. You'll ruin Christmas for everyone.
What? I can't hear you. I'm like 50 feet above you. You do know that, right? Mario and Luigi hatch a plan where they put a giant block of ice on a seesaw, and Mario makes Luigi jump on the other side of the seesaw to launch the block of ice. Luigi jumps, the block hits the sleigh, but only Koopa and Santa conveniently fly out of the sleigh because it's a kid's cartoon and I shouldn't be asking too many questions.
Mario, you stopped Koopa. But we still have to catch him.
Well, if you're talking about catching him as he lands, you didn't do it. So King Koopa is running with Santa, but the brothers throw snowballs at him, which is enough to completely stop Koopa from running, and now they have a snowball fight, I guess. So now King Koopa goes sledding on Santa? That's gotta be the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I don't know about this, Mario.
I'm sorry, what was that? So now Koopa, you know, I'm just gonna call him Bowser for the rest of the video. So now Bowser sends his flurries to attack the gang. Oh, just like that?
Looks pretty dark in there to me.
The whole world will look pretty dark without Christmas.
Yeah.
Toad, don't you dare!
What's Christmas without presents? And Santa.
Phew. Oh. Wait. What was I about to do with these scissors? So the gang go into the cave to save Santa, but it leads them out of the cave, while Bowser gives a monologue.
I can't believe you would do that, Koopa. Doesn't Christmas mean anything to you?
Christmas? Christmas is a bah-hum coop.
A what?
A bah-hum coop.
Was that?
A bah-hum coop.
So, you're not gonna tell me what that is, are you? Well, I might not know what the fuck a Baham Coop is. Maybe it's something he says a lot in this show. But apparently, Bowser said it loud enough for an iceberg to come crumbling down.
We gotta get back in the cave, Mario.
Yeah, no, I don't see a problem with that. Go back in the cave as it's crumbling. Despite that, Luigi, Peach, and Toad go back into the cave. Mario saves Santa, and Bowser, for some reason, asks... Mario basically tells Bowser to fuck off. Bowser fucks off onto another iceberg, and he is stuck with a polar bear now, and that's pretty much the last we see of him for the rest of the episode. We then cut back to Santa's workshop, where Santa is sad that there is just too much damage done and not enough time to deliver all the presents. Oh, and don't worry, Toad slips in a line about presents.
What's wrong with Santa?
Toad, buddy, I know you got that big mushroom head. It's clearly not all brains, but you gotta have some brains in there to read the room! So Toad does something pretty based. He gives Santa the snowboard he got earlier, so Santa would have at least one present to give, and it melts the ice. Okay. And Christmas is saved.
We made it, Santa!
Thanks to you, Toad.
And nobody else. So now the animated episode ends with the gang delivering presents with Santa, and Santa says a rare...
And to all, a good night.
You know, I feel like he doesn't say that. He just says Merry Christmas. But it's not a good night yet, as we cut back to Little Mario's... Wait, no. We cut back to Santa Claus is coming to Flatbush, and Santa is eating with Mario and Luigi. The clock turns to midnight, meaning it is officially Christmas. Mario and Luigi are about to open the gifts they got for each other, but decide to give them to Santa because, I don't know, they just gave them to Santa. We then cut to Christmas morning. Mario and Luigi find a letter under their little Christmas tree, and they finally put two and two together and figure out that the whole time it was Santa at their house.
Mario, do you think it could have been?
Classic Mario and classic Luigi. They never came to the realization that it was Santa that was at their house. So that was the combined Christmas episode of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Normally I'd give somewhat of an elaborate opinion on it, but really, it's fine. It's not really a Christmas special though, but rather a Christmas episode. Two Christmas episodes, technically. It's nothing offensive, but it's nothing special either. But the cult followers of this show, I'm sure, will get a kick out of it. And I will say that the episode does generally get pretty heartfelt at the end. Whatever you do, do not pick up a blunt object and whack yourself in the face every time Toad says the word presents.
Presents! I just know he's got a fabulous present for me. Did someone say something about a present? I've always got time to get a Christmas present. My present! Yeah, but my present. We've got to save the workshop and the toys. I'll never get another present. Yeah, what's Christmas without presents? At least I got my present. At least you'll have one present you can give.
Cause then you'll have brain damage. By the time I'm dead, I'm sure Sonic the Hedgehog will end up having more shows than Nick Cannon has kids. But there's gotta be a Christmas special somewhere in there. But where to choose from? Everybody loves the Sonic show from Saturday morning cartoons, often referred to as Sonic Sat AM, but that's a good show. It's too good for this. A show not as good as Sonic Underground, despite the theme song going really hard. But when it comes to Christmas, yeah, I don't know. There's Sonic X, but that's a little too serious and also serialized. I feel like the same goes with Sonic Prime. Sonic Boom exists. Which brings me to everyone's favorite Sonic series, The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, I'm being a little sarcastic, but to be honest, I have a bit of a soft spot for this show because when I was a kid, you know, I watched this show and my dumb brain thought it was good. My dumb brain. That show had a Christmas special called Sonic Christmas Blast. Better be a blast. So we get a Christmas version of the intro to the show. Honestly, pretty neat. Unfortunately though, I feel like I kind of gotta skip the intro because it spoils the events of the special. What the fuck? Why would you do that? So the episode actually starts, and take a close listen to what song is playing. It's like it was meant to be. So we got this gathering with a whole bunch of people getting ready to see Santa on TV.
Merry Christmas! Season's greetings to all my friends everywhere. It is with mixed feelings that I come
Yeah, something is off about Santa here.
to announce my retirement.
Your what?
Yeah, you! Everyone else around here is allowed to be outraged. But you, shh!
No, Santa, please. It's too sad.
Yeah, it's just too sad. So to nobody's surprise, and I mean the people watching, but it turns out that this isn't actually Santa Claus, but rather an animatronic version of him being controlled by none other than Dr. Robotnik. Oh, I'm sorry, how could I be so rude? His name is actually
Robotnik Claus!
So then we pan over to Scratch and Grounder. If you're not familiar with the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, these are two OCs from the show, who are like Robotnik's glorified henchmen, and all they do is fight like kids because... funny? Hey guys, can you like keep it down? Like, you do realize we're rolling, right? So now we cut to a store where Scratch says,
No mothers allowed on Santa's lap. No mothers must go shop for presents for Robotnik Claus. Children only in this part of the store.
So you want only kids there with no adults except for one adult. I think now is when I give Chris Hansen a call. So now the kid from earlier is the first to sit on Robotnik's lap, and Robotnik says,
Hello there. You're a fine little boy.
I'm serious, call 911 right now! So the kid punches Robotnik and basically tells him to fuck off, but Robotnik no likey, so he gets Grounder to
Chain this brat up in my robot factory.
Hi, yes, can you put Chris Hansen on the phone? We then cut to the main man himself, Sonic the Hedgehog, and he's talking to his girlfriend Sally and telling us that they agreed on no presents, but goes over to Tails and tells him that no presents actually means presents.
Nice ring!
Who told you to speak? Right now, Sonic and Tails are talking about how Sonic is gonna get Sally a present, but it's not really that important, so we're just gonna move on from that. We then cut to Scratch and Grounder telling this random civilian to start giving, and he responds with,
Please, I lost my job. My poor wife is sick. I had to sell all my furniture to pay my bills.
holy shit, this is not getting me into the Christmas spirit. So as a response to that, Scratch and Grounder decide to take this poor man's house and then argue over... Who even fucking cares what they're arguing over? Then we cut to this.
Sonic, come quick!
Now that's shoplifting.
So yeah, Sonic and Tails investigate as they hear one of the robots name drop Robotnik Claus, and then they meet the kid from earlier.
And Robotnik Claus sent me to a robot factory, and I escaped.
Good, now keep running! Now Scratch and Grounder conveniently run into Sonic, Tails, and the kid, and reveal to our characters that the Santa on TV was a fake Santa. But of course, Sonic will be Sonic, and he Sonics the fuck out of Scratch and Grounder. The fuck. He then pulls a Bugs Bunny where he cosplays as someone else, and Scratch and Grounder don't realize it's Sonic and end up giving Sonic the location of the actual Santa Claus. We cut back to Sonic pushing Tails around on a sled for some reason, and I guess they abandoned the kid from earlier, or maybe he got a hold of Chris Hansen, or who knows what happened to him. I don't know. We'll never know.
Sonic! SWAT bots ahead!
Oh no, not the SWAT bots! But of course, you know Sonic, as he Sonics all over the place like this spinny thing he does on the ground. That was in the intro. So now Sonic finds Santa, and Santa says,
I've never been so glad to see anyone in my whole life.
not even Mrs. Claus? So Sonic, Tails, and now Santa go to the workshop, but then Santa finds out just how bad the situation has gotten, and Santa does this.
Robotnik Claus is the only person who will get presents this year. Christmas can't happen for anybody else.
Huh. Wait, let's go back to earlier in the video.
Not in time for me to make my deliveries. There will be no Christmas this year.
I'm serious, by the way. Santa just lost all hope of Christmas happening this year. Like, he's just given up. So they talk. They're sad. But Santa notices the ring on Sonic. Yeah, I didn't really mention that earlier, but Sonic has a ring that he got from Sally, and it connects to some mountain or some shit. I don't know. I don't really care.
Met every challenge.
Yeah?
The power of ultimate velocity, supersonicness,
Don't know what the fuck that is, but sure.
and extreme speed.
Alright, give it to me.
But I'm afraid it's too late to save Christmas.
Oh, come on! Where's your holiday spirit, Santa?
Nah, we still got a few minutes.
Imagine you're Santa, and this wisecracking blue little hedgehog just tells you, shut up. So Sonic robs Robotnik's house and takes back all the presents that he stole, delivers them to the kid from earlier, so, you know, glad to see that that loose end is tied up. Sonic brings a bunch of presents to Sally, and then Sonic, Tails, Santa, and this fucking guy are back at Santa's workshop, and Santa says this.
It's time for me to retire and turn my job over to you.
I mean, it makes sense, seeing how Santa seemed to just have completely given up earlier. So, you know, it makes sense. How does Sonic react to this?
Sonic Claus? Sonic Claus!
Yeah, doesn't really question it, does he?
And he wishes all of you a Merry Christmas.
Me? Shit. I think he's talking to me. So that's the Sonic Christmas Special. Sonic Christmas Blast. It's about what I expected from an episode, you know, a Christmas episode of The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, not much to say, really. Why does the camera linger on me? So with Mario's, you got Bowser capturing Santa Claus, and now the Mario Brothers have to save Christmas. With Sonic, you got Dr. Robotnik also capturing Santa Claus, but this time also he has all of his robots take over the presents. Pac Man, on the other hand, for those of you who don't know, there actually was an animated series in the 80s based off of Pac Man, and with that came a Christmas special, Christmas Comes to Pac-Land, starring everyone's favorite Yellow Circle. It's the finale to the finale of this marathon. Let's go. Wow, just jumping right into it?
It's a good thing my Christmas list is computerized, or I'd never get the job done on time.
It's a good thing my Christmas list is computerized? Huh? Hey Santa, since when was that? So now we finally get introduced to Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, and we find out that...
Pac Baby, where are you?
they're bad parents! Oh, Pac Baby, you little shit.
Let's take Pac Baby for a toboggan ride.
Run that by me again?
Let's take Pac Baby for a toboggan ride.
Huh. You all saw that, right? Okay, aside from zooming in, you know, I zoomed in, but aside from that, I did nothing to alter that. The lip syncing really is that off. Anyways, we cut to the ghosts. You know, the 5 ghosts. Cause you know, there have always been 5 ghosts in Pac-Man. You all know the ones. Inky, Blinky, Pinky, Clyde. You? Why is there a 5th one? So the Pac family and the ghosts are, well, if you played Pac-Man, I'm sure you know what's about to happen. Yeah, you know. But I'm gonna tell you anyways. A snowball fight! What? You didn't think they're gonna have a snowball fight? What, you in like the 1% that hasn't played Pac-Man?
Oh yeah? 2 can play at this game.
Inky, no! You're throwing the power pellets!
And we're munching them.
Classic Inky. Now it's a game of Pac-Man right before our eyes. We cut back to Santa as the floating eyes of the ghosts, after being chomped, hit the reindeer, causing Santa to lose control and crash land into Pac-Land.
Packy, what is it?
I don't know.
No, really, I don't know. I wasn't looking.
Maybe it's a UFO.
Yeah.
So as expected, all of Pac-Land thinks that Santa is in fact an alien. Check that off the list. So we then establish that Santa has never heard of Pac-Land and realizes he's way behind schedule but can't ride his sleigh because of that one crack in the sleigh. Regardless, Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man give Santa some shelter, where Santa explains what Christmas is to the Pac family. After hearing this and finding out that Santa lost all the toys in the crash, Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man agree to help Santa save Christmas. We cut back to the ghosts, and they talk about, I guess they talk about revenge?
Yes! Hey! And then we can drench him in chocolate sauce, like this! What?
And then we can chop all over him, like this.
Well, this just was when hazing goes way too far. We then cut back to Pac-Man. Pointless last scene. Also, nice footprint animation you got there. The ghosts then show up and steal the toys from the bag, but not before Pac-Man and his dog find a way under the snow to get the toys back from the ghosts, but then, uh-oh. Let me show you this clip, by the way. I want you to see it.
Come on, fellas, let's chomp them.
Do you notice anything odd? Now that cut was there because it aired on TV, so that was for a commercial break, of course. But then what happened was, the ghosts were gonna chomp Pac Man, commercial break. Commercial plays, cut back to the show, and they're not about to chomp Pac Man. What? So a chase ensues. You know, ghosts, you wouldn't have to run after him if you just chomped him during the commercial break. So the dog gets the toys back, Blinky and Pinky are stupid, Pac-Man is sonicking all over the place, trips over a rock, and the ghosts chomp Pac-Man. Oh no! How is Pac-Man gonna save Christmas now? So Pac-Man and his dog come back home, Pac-Man shatters, and we got all the toys. Alright, how about this time? How does Santa respond to all this?
I'm afraid not. It's just too late.
Huh? What was that?
This is the first Christmas I've missed in all of history.
Man, doesn't that sound awfully familiar?
There will be no Christmas this year.
No, Sonic, it's hopeless.
Really gets me into the holiday spirit. What is it with these Christmas specials and Santa just giving up? Isn't this guy supposed to be magic, filled with hope and joy? He should be able to find a way around this. No? You know, let's just give this the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's like the sad ending, you know? It's subversive instead of like having maybe Pac-Man offer to save Christmas for Santa, you know what I mean?
But even if my reindeer were jet-propelled, I couldn't make it in time.
Jet-propelled! That's it! We can still save Christmas! Santa, get your sleigh and reindeer and follow me!
I did just give it the benefit of the doubt, okay? So the Pac family and Santa are on their way to somewhere, but then they get stopped by the ghosts. Pac-Man reasons with the ghosts, like, successfully. He explains to the ghosts what Christmas is, and then they head on over to the Power Pellet Forest, where Santa and his reindeer and his sleigh consume a whole bunch of power pellets, and Christmas is saved. The Pac family then go home to see a whole bunch of Christmas presents underneath the tree. But then the ghosts are about to chomp them because of course, but then, in a shocking turn of events, Pac-Man gives each ghost a gift for some reason, and I learned that the fifth ghost is actually named Sue, and thus, Christmas has come to Pac-Land.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good chomp!
Whew! Wow! That was a Christmas special! But of course, every Christmas movie or Christmas special has to have a message, and Christmas Comes to Pac-Land surely does. Obviously, the message in Christmas Comes to Pac-Land is, and that was the Mario, Sonic, and Pac-Man Christmas. A little anticlimactic, you know. These specials just got worse and worse. I'm beat.
DPX.
Wait, Greg? Like youtube.com/the video game nut? What are you doing here?
I don't know. You wanted me here.
Oh, that's right. I did.
Anyways, what is it?
Well, I just watched 3 shitty TV Christmas specials, and that's no way to end this 12-day Christmas marathon. I guess Christmas really is ruined.
DPX, buddy, Dumby, Christmas isn't ruined because of 3 Christmas specials you watched that are from 3 mid to really bad cartoon shows based off of video games.
Really?
Yeah, stupid. I mean, when it comes to Christmas specials alone, there are so many to choose from. Look at what everyone else said.
My favorite Christmas special is the SpongeBob Christmas Special for 2 reasons. 1, I like SpongeBob, and number 2, I like Christmas.
First Christmas special I think of that would be my favorite, both ironically and unironically, would be like the Rhapsody Street Kids Believe in Santa. The animation's awful, the story is awful, the acting's awful, despite having a pretty good cast. It's just a fun laugh on Christmas.
My favorite Christmas special is the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, because I love the Guardians of the Galaxy.
First is Bugs Bunny's Looney Christmas Tales. I like this one because it brings all the characters together, and it's the last time that you get to hear Mel Blancfeet's characters.
The two immediately are Christmas in a Car from Bob's Burgers and Rapture's Delight from American Dad. Neither of these are either of my favorite shows of all time, but while I still get a lot of fun out of them, these two episodes in particular always stood out to me.
I would probably say it's the very first SpongeBob Christmas episode, mainly because I know it stems from like bias and plays on my nostalgic heart. I would have played a lot when I was younger, or especially around this time.
Grandma got ran over by a reindeer because R.I.P.
Davy and Goliath's Snowboard Christmas. It does take Christmas more onto the religious side, but at the same time it's also valuable because not only does it teach the real reason for Christmas, but also has viewers acknowledge other people's differences and the other holidays they celebrate.
My favorite Christmas special is the Garfield Christmas Special because I love Garfield.
I have a lot of favorite Christmas specials, but if I had to pick one, it would have to be Phineas and Ferb Christmas Vacation because I grew up watching it a lot. It's really good. Phineas and Ferb is one of my favorite Disney Channel shows, and I actually have a DVD that has that special on it.
You see, DPX?
Yeah, I do!
Christmas isn't just about the 3 specials you watch, but a whole bunch of specials, especially Shrek the Halls, because Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
Wow, thanks, Greg. You can go away now. I guess I learned the true meaning of Christmas. And even though, you know, Koopa Claus was silly, Sonic Christmas Blast was stupid, and Christmas Comes to Pac-Land has no message, that doesn't mean I don't have a message for all of you. As I do have a message for all of you. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And I'm now realizing that I think I'm sitting on a note. Let me just take a look at it. Okay. Looks like something for next year.